Hello, this is Barbara around the WNBA. Welcome. So, listen, the Valkyrie played the Aces. Now, when you see that team sort of side by side, you say, okay, Valkyrie and Aces. There's almost an assumption in some people that that means that probably the Valkyrie will not win. Right? And of course, their fans think differently. Of course, their fans think that the Valkyries are going to always win. But a lot of folks probably assume that, they got Asia Wilson and, Joel and some other people. And so the Aces will probably win. Not. Today, the Valkyrie won 95. Can someone say 95? 95 to 68. 95 to 68. Y'all hear me? The Valkyrie said, "This is our house." The Valkyrie said, "This is our place. This is where they eat. This is where they breathe. This is where they live." And they meant business. Right from the start, they meant business. They didn't go in there and intimidate it. When I watched the game, I didn't see any intimidation at all on the Valkyries' part. Sometimes people get sort of starstruck because Asia Wilson, ooh, and the other team is, ooh, and they were champions, ooh. But guess what? I did not see any hesitancy or any, like, starstruck, anything like that would throw off the Valkyries. I saw the opposite. I saw determination. I saw the tenacity. I saw dog mentality. I saw dominance. I saw, hey, if you want this win, y'all got to take it because we ain't giving it to you. Right? Check out the numbers, right? First quarter, we have the Aces 13 and the Valkyrie 15, right? That's not a big difference, but let's continue. Second quarter, Aces 15. Y'all hear that? Can someone say 15? Valkyrie 34. Okay, let's continue. Quarter three, Aces 21, Valkyrie 22. Okay, it's close. Fourth quarter, Aces 19, Valkyrie 24. Score 95-68. Let me tell you, I was so happy that the Valkyrie won. Let me tell you why. Okay. They are a brand new team. Brandy new. 2025, brandy new. And they worked hard. They've had to work hard to gel, to come together, to play together, and to be where they are right now. Because there's no way, if they weren't, that they will be able to accomplish what they did in terms of this win. But let me tell you something. There are a couple things this win says. Do you know what they are? Let me tell you. One, it tells the Valkyrie who they are and what they can do. Okay? Because today was a drop mic moment. Today was like, period. Okay? And they did it. They did the thing. Okay? All right. It also says to the Valkyrie and to everybody who's watching, we, the Valkyrie, can beat a championship team. And not by a little bit of points, by a whole lot of points. So they told everyone that they can beat. They told the aces, they showed the aces actually. They told Liberty, New York Liberty, and they told the Minnesota Lynx that we can beat a championship team. That's what the Valkyrie said to the world and to those teams who right now are unbeatable in terms of where they are in the standing. The third thing, listen to this one. Check this out. This win told the Valkyrie that they can be champions. Okay? Y'all hear me? This told the Valkyrie that they can be champions. They can get to the playoffs and that they can be champions. Some of you might say, oh, maybe today's game was a little bit of a fluke. Maybe someone ate more Wheaties today. Maybe someone had more rest. So they're like, it's just like a fluke kind of thing. I don't think so. I don't think so. They played with intention. They played with skill. So I don't think it's a fluke. The aces might say it's a fluke, but I don't think it's a fluke. They played so well defensively, offensively, in the paint, 3-pointers. I mean, I'm sure their coach was so happy for them. Happy that, they get another win under their belt, but happy because what they've been doing has been working, and it shows on the court. Because how they were playing was almost effortlessly. They were playing with precision and hunger and that sort of dog mentality, but it was like effortless. It was like, okay, this is what I do. I loved it. I loved it. So let's look at the numbers. We have Wilson on the aces, 17, 6, and 2. 17 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. Gray, 16 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Nye, 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Nye's a rookie. Then we have Evans, 7 points, 1 rebound. Lloyd, 5 points, and 6 rebounds, and 1 assist. Mitchell, 5 points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist. Young, 4 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. Stokes, 1 point, 4 rebounds, and 0 assists. And Kitley, 1 rebound. Bell, 1 rebound, and 1 assist. And Bradford, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. They basically went through their whole roster tonight. So, right there tells you that the Valkyries stopped them. The Valkyrie had good defense. Just by how they had to spread their points around, just by how, that Asia, she did good, 17 to 17. Gray did good, 16 points. Nye did good, 13 points. All right, for the Valkyrie, Thornton was on fire. She was on like fire, okay? 22 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists. Zandelicini, 18 points, 1 rebound and 3 assists. Burton, 14 points, 7 rebounds and 12 assists. Billings, 14 points, 11 rebounds. Kate Martin did it. She did her thing tonight. 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist. Timmy, 7 points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist. Salon, 4 points, 2 rebounds. Van Loo, 2 points, 1 rebound and 5 assists. Lanskins, 2 points and 2 rebounds. Lake didn't play tonight, and Talbot didn't play tonight. But look at that. Look at the points that they made. It says a lot about who the Valkyrie are as a team. And I tell you, Thornton was like on fire. Everybody did their job this evening. Everybody on that team produced this evening for the most part. And it was something to see. If you hadn't seen the Valkyrie, and some of y'all I'm sure did, their first game or second game that they played, and in this game tonight, you're like, wow, they've really improved, and they've come together, and they mean business, and they know what they're working with. They know exactly what they're working with. You know, one of the things that I think is important to understand is that because a team is young, it doesn't mean they don't have grit. And if a team has members in it who have been around for a long time, it doesn't mean that they would have grit or that they know more than the younger ones coming in. I mean, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, is what I'm saying. It's proven on the court. Everything about anyone that's playing basketball is proven on the court. Period. If you're inconsistent, that gets proven. If you are consistent, that gets proven. If you are someone who is a shooter, who makes the buckets, that gets proven because you'll be shooting buckets at different angles that others will be like, wow, how does she do that? How does she make that happen? Right? If you are someone who's a rebounder, then you're going to get rebounds and you're going to be using those rebounds to the advantage of your team. Someone who steals balls, someone who will, be a good defensive player. You will see all of that take shape on the court. And if you're watching, the WNBA like regularly, you're going to see who's doing what, how they doing it, and who's competitive, who isn't, and what's happening. And I think today the Valkyrie, what they showed was that they were hungry. What they showed is that, hey, we might be a new team, coming together, but we've been working hard, and we have confidence in ourselves. And tonight, they were told, because they were shown, that they can beat a championship team, and they can be champions themselves. Pretty much. So I'm looking forward to seeing the Valkyrie progress through the season. Looking forward to seeing how the Aces progress, and what happens with them. Jewel Lloyd is not shooting her best right now. What's up with that? I have no idea. Maybe she has just had an off time. It happens, I guess. Okay. But my thought is, when people are doing things out of the ordinary in terms of they're not doing what they usually do, whether that be if they're being usually inconsistent, then I expect that that's going to happen unless they improve with consistency. And that'll be shown over a period of time. But I don't try not to assume, but my thoughts is that something's going on, that something is unspoken, that we're not privy to as the audience or as the fans. And they got to get their mind right about it so that they can function well. Or sometimes it might be something exciting. It doesn't got to be something bad. It can be something exciting. Maybe they got an award, or maybe they got something going on that's in the works, or that's something that's exciting and good. That can throw you off too, psychologically. Okay. But tonight, I think that the Valkyrie showed. They showed who they are. They put their foot in the sand and said, we're here. We're not going anywhere. And it's like, this is our house and we're going to protect our house, you know. And I think that they've had their fan base is unreal. Their fan base is like next to Caitlin Clark's fan base, in terms of they sold out their tickets, in advance. They have at their whole stadium like full to the brim, sold out. Okay, so they're doing fantastic in terms of their fan base, and that's encouraging to them. So I don't know about you. I don't know if you saw the game, or what your thoughts are about the Valkyries team, or your thoughts about the Aces and where they are right now, and their thoughts about maybe going into the playoffs again, and being champions again. Would that happen? Tell me what your thoughts are. Leave them in the comments. I want to know what you're thinking about what happened today. In terms of the Valkyrie and in terms of the Aces. And always, if you like what's happening here, subscribe. Why not? No better time than present. Subscribe. And give me a thumbs up, because that's helpful. And also, don't forget to press the bell so that you will get the new content when it comes out. I would appreciate all that. I'm just trying to increase my subscribership, and you could help with that. So until next time, this is Barbara around the WNBA.